Hey, what's going on, world? It's your nutritional wellness guy, me, Chef D, and I'm back with I won't call it a classic, but let's say I got a trick up my sleeve today, and it's taking this new phenomenon, which are plant-based burgers, and it's really hooking it up. So I call this my Smokey-BBQ Sautéed Veggie Vegan Burger. Let's get into it. All right, so let's get right into it. Now, if you've ever shopped or purchased or seen one of these are a pre-formed plant-based patty, no meat whatsoever. Now, this is pretty genius. This is a new phenomenon that's happening all over the, I was gonna say country, but really the world. The only issue is if you ever cooked one of these bad boys and just did like some oil, salt, and pepper, it's really not giving what it should be giving. So what I do here in my Smokey-BBQ and Sautéed Veggie Burger Patty is, first and foremost, we take that same puck and we let it defrost for about 12 hours, 24 if you got the time, and some olive oil, some seasonings. But what's gonna really give it that burger taste is what I'm gonna show you in the video, so stay tuned. Now, before we get to that, please do me a favor, subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. And if you get to the end of this video, even if you have to like fast forward it because you got, shorter time, it's all good. If it added any value to your life, like this video, but more importantly than those two things, share this video with somebody in your life who you truly care about when it comes to their nutrition and wellness journey. So without further ado, let's do what it do, baby. All right, so get right into it. As you can see, we have our pucks. First and foremost, let's brush it. We're gonna brush it with oil. Being that they are frozen, we're gonna want the, once they thaw out, all that oil will start to get to the middle of this. I feel like this is just a great way to add the fat into an item, a good fat, a clean fat, olive oil, into an item that really is gonna be missing animal fat or any type of fat really to begin with. Let's just put that right to the side. And we're gonna do some shout. We won't do a lot of salt because we're gonna add some liquid smoke to this tomorrow, or if you're watching this video in a couple of minutes. Perfect. And if you've been following me, you already know about that Chef D blend. Let's just say recipes in the description. And we're gonna do a generous amount. Now, mind you, in here we got onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, smoked paprika, some other fun stuff, coriander. Chef D blend, I mean, it could be your, let's say your name is Chef Susan, or Jonathan, or Mark, or Tanisha. You Chef T, or you Chef R, or Chef S. And whatever that blend is to you, that's your blend, which could be, sometimes you got the pre-mixed seasonings already, which is okay. Let me make sure I get both sides. There's a lot of great options out there. I never know what to do with this hand when it's like this. All right, let's flip this over. All right, you see both sides are done. Perfect. All we're gonna do is wrap this in foil and let it sit for 12 to 24 hours. All right, boom. This is what we get. They sat for a good, say about 18 hours. We're gonna grill those up. But before we do that, let's prep our bread. Now, again, for bread, you can use hamburger rolls. Ooh, we got a runaway. You can use hamburger rolls or any type of gluten-free option. I'm using a whole grain. This is like my favorite bread. I think it's called like Killer Dave's or something like that. But I get the thin sliced one. So it's not even that thick, but it's whole grains. You can see the seeds and nuts in there, which is pretty good. But again, if you can't do gluten, there's a lot of other options out there. Or you could just slap these bad boys into two sides of in between two lettuce leaves. That's pretty good. Lettuce leaves or leaves. All right, and what we're doing too is we're just smashing this garlic. This is gonna go for the bread. You guys gonna see what I'm gonna do in a little bit. There are options to buy your garlic already chopped, but for me in my household, we're gonna buy some fresh garlic because I'd rather take the extra couple of minutes or really seconds to smash up my own garlic to release those nutrients and those antioxidants on the spot. I don't want it sitting. I don't want the chances of it getting spoiled. Just gonna do a rough chop. Now you see what's happening right now? My cutting board is sliding. So let me fix that. Just get you a paper towel or a rag or a cloth. Put at the bottom. Doesn't go nowhere. See how that just sat? And we're just doing a rough chop. We're gonna use a little bit for our, see, I'll put it in there, that's for our burgers for later. And the rest of this is gonna sit there for our, don't do this by the way. The rest is gonna sit on for our bread or our hamburger buns. I'm just gonna brush each little bit with olive oil. You don't have to do this. You can literally just eat it straight out the packaging. But I mean, we're doing it the Chef D way, so we want to spice this up a little bit. It's such a healthy fat, such a great fat to add to your diet, olive oil. All right. And then all I'm gonna do is just smash a couple of pieces into my bread. Just adds such a unique profile to it. And guess what? It's okay if they all don't get the same amount because the flavor is gonna be there. And this is totally optional. I mean, you could just use garlic powder or you could skip this step altogether. But this is gonna go in the oven just to get a crisp. Or we might even put it on the grill, but let's get it out of here for now. All right, so let's get into it. First and foremost, let's just, oh, you hear that sizzle? Let's just lightly brush this side. We're gonna use both sides, but for the camera view right now, we're just gonna do that first side. Top side down. Our liquid smoke. This smells amazing. Put it in there. Let's do a little bit here. Ooh, sizzle, sizzle, pop, pop. Add some mushrooms. And our sauteed veggies. Smells really good. Plain sea salt. Amazing. And we can't do it without some Chef D blend. That looks amazing. Let's toss that so the garlic doesn't burn. Let those mushrooms cook down. All right, so one thing about these, they're not real burgers. And when I say that, I mean, they are burgers in the sense of they're formed patties, but they're not animal-based burgers. So they don't need the same cooking time. They don't need that same level to detail when it comes to how long they cook. So we're just gonna move that around just a little bit, and we're gonna, boom. That's amazing. Again, these usually take, smells so good, you guys. Oh my gosh. You guys, smells amazing. And you can add a little liquid smoke to our veggies. Add a little bit more liquid smoke. Smells so good, you guys. Oh my gosh. You guys and you gals. And you can add a little liquid smoke to our veggies. Since these mushrooms are pretty thick cut, we're gonna turn them. And let's just turn this side off. Let's just let it sit and do what it do while we wait for the burgers to catch up. At this point, we could now put our bread in the oven or our buns. All right, so our burgers look great. Look at that. That's juice, that's flavor, that's that smoke. Both sides look amazing. Just like that. Just like that. And then we'll take these veggies off. So we already got this party started. Our favorite barbecue sauce. Now, if you remember, we took our slice of bread. This is whole grain, 21 grains to be exact, with seeds and nuts in it. Himalayan rock salt, and we also did some fresh chopped garlic. So now on this party train, what I like to do, I like to add some of my sauteed veggies. Sauteed veggies, we got mushrooms, peppers, onions, fresh chopped garlic on there as well. Now, you know what? Let's add the burger. Our plant-based burger on that bad boy. I like to put a little bit more barbecue sauce on there. Mind you, barbecue sauce is optional. You can use ketchup, you can use mayo, mustard, relish, whatever floats your boat. We have some greens from my garden. These are wild lettuce greens. Some fresh tomatoes. Now these did not come from my garden. My tomatoes aren't ready yet in my garden. But this did come from my garden, some fresh basil. In the States here, we call it basil. Some of my Canadian and Australian brothers and sisters, I heard them say basil. It's I like how they say it. And then last but not least, add a little bit more veggies on top. And we put our other one on top like this. Look at that. That is glorious. That's glorious. All right, so let's get right into it. That was fun, right? Seriously, I mean, who says that all the animal-based products can have all the fun? Look at that. That's amazing. Try this out. Tell me in the comments how much fun you had making this. Any suggestions, any feedback that you have, let me know. I feel like I got stuff all in my mouth. And remember, health is wealth, and I'm just here to make sure you're getting paid. Until next time, yum on. Oh my God.